Well, this is something that I've made a priority. We are going to double foreign aid. We are going to make the Millennium Development Goals America's goals, and those priorities are going to be ones that we care deeply about. We won't be able to ramp up the $25 billion all in the first year. We're looking at $6 billion increments, additional increments each year until we get to the $50 billion mark. And here would be the priorities. Number one, HIV/AIDS. We have made progress with the PEPFAR program. It needs to be significantly increased. I want us to pay our fair share to the Global Fund, and I want to make sure that we are doubling the amount of people who are getting treatment. Number two is a global education fund, $2 billion a year that's devoted to building schools that are teaching math and science and agriculture, agricultural sciences instead of hatred of America. And that is good for our national security. It's good for development around the world. And in countries like Indonesia or Kenya, setting up a school just doesn't cost that much money, but can have huge ramifications. So that'd be a second thing. Third thing is debt forgiveness. This has to be a priority. You've got countries, sub-Saharan Africa, 44% of its GDP is taken up in debt servicing. It is a crushing blow, and so I will work with both other countries in the developed world as well as multinational organizations to make sure that we are moving rapidly towards loan forgiveness. Environmental issues are going to be critical. If we want to get a handle on climate change, we've got to give incentives to poor countries to do what they need to do at the same time as we are doing what we need to do in terms of reducing global warming, and that will cost some money, whether it's to help farmers create better agricultural practices so that they're not burning down lands, or working to make sure that we have economic growth that's based on balanced and sustainable growth in many of these countries. That's going to be absolutely critical. And finally, just training people, doctors, nurses, teachers, creating a human infrastructure that can sustain development so that we are not simply always coming in, parachuting in, and providing short-term relief, but we're really building capacity on the ground. That's something that I want to invest in heavily.